Hello and welcome to Get Out of Rap TV, Tuesday the 23rd. Only 427 days left to go in January. What a long month this has been. I've wound up my desk today, so I am stood up. We've got a packed show for you today. Naturally, I have to thank my partners, because without them I couldn't do this. DDC, OS, Evaluagent, and OneCom, and the forum, and Sabio. So thank you very, very much, everybody. So how are we all? I'm going to sort of work a little bit sideways. I'm stood up because my legs ache. So let's get started. Oh, let me just add this in. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I seem to Dan Cohen, and a couple of others I seem to keep missing. So, yes, Jordan's here. Best way to start every Tuesday. I think the same, my friend. Rob's here. Yes, Rob is here. I feel the same about you, Jordan, as well. Jean Michel is here. You found me. Great. Brilliant. Darren as well. Darren Gracie. Good morning, sir. Yes. Danny's here with a great comment to kick us off. January is the Monday of months. Peter! Peter is here. Yes, Scott is here. Good to see you, Scott. And what does Clayton say? More like January. Yeah, I've already had the message this morning from my better half about our bank balance disappearing before our very eyes. Oh, the legend that is Chris. And Chris, congratulations on the new title. And I loved Phil's post yesterday about titles. But what you guys are doing at the forum is brilliant. Employee owned, giving everything that's true sense of community. So hats off to you all. There she is, Raymondo. Who is that Slim Jim? Yeah. I'm going to annoy Chris because I'm hoping for another certificate on Friday. I'm really working towards it. Yes, Neris is here. Wonderful Neris, a massive support for me in this crazy adventure. And also, we already have, well, Neris has come up with a tune for the next rap. So look out for that. Good morning. Good morning. I don't want to guess. You see, it says LinkedIn LinkedIn user. It's something to do with your settings, and Gal TV's technical support, Danny Wareham, can help you out. I don't want to guess as to who you are. Oh, Marianne's here. Good morning. Good morning. Welsh Wizardess. Can you say wizard? Someone let me know. Someone else, if you can just change your settings and I can call you out, because I don't want to guess, but good morning to you. And I know everyone else in LinkedIn, you can see it, but I can't. Loving the t-shirt, great mindset. Thank you. Thanks, Jordan. This is a MMA brand, but I love it too. Willing to fail, and I am. It will never be as good as the John Barnes rap. No, come on. World in Motion, wasn't it? Which it, oh no, you mean the Anfield rap. The World in Motion one he did was really good. Anyway, here we go. Look, check your profile privacy setting. Option 2, stay anonymous and use it to request ransoms. G'day. Morning, Martin. Luke's awesome. Where is the rest of you? It's in the gym, in puddles. I'm there half asleep. Yes, that is fine. Welsh Wizard. Brilliant. Thank you. Now, so we can all get to know each other. I know most of you all do that have already commented. If you haven't already commented, it is worth your while commenting today, and you will see why in a second. But what is something that you would like to share off your bucket list? What is there something that you have got on your bucket list that you would like to do and you want to share with the rest of the group? MMA contact centers. If the shoe or t-shirt fits, wear it. That's true. That's true. I've been lucky now that I can go, and I went into the garage and got a suitcase that had stuff in it that I couldn't previously fit into. So it was like having my own personal shop. It was great. Found all these old T-shirts. So let's get to know each other. What have you got on your bucket list that you are willing to share with the group? I, for one, and I'm hoping he will join today, but our good friend Orok from Cameroon. My son's already ticked this off, Taylor. He's been to Africa. I would like to go to Africa. I think it's oh no, I didn't go to Australasia either. I had my passport stolen. Okay. So Neris is kicking us off. I have a list of 15 this year, but walking holiday in Berlin with my adorable sister. We do a long walk every year. That sounds blissful. Blissful. And Berlin, what a city. Love it. So Neris has kicked us off. What have you all got on your bucket list of things that you would love to do? And whilst you are typing, I am just going to have a quick coffee. Nespresso. Thanks, Dan Cohen, for that. Fueled by coffee. What is on your bucket list? Neris has kicked us off. What does everyone else have? Jean-Michel says, my horoscope says I'm going to make money this year. I'm still waiting. Are me and you the same star sign, Jean-Michel? Danny, this year, write a book. Well, I think you'd have a crowd here queuing to buy it, Danny. So you're amongst people that would definitely read it. Clayton, the lovely Clayton, to ride the Tour Divide in the US within the next 3 years. Clayton, an avid and talented cyclist. What's the Tour Divide, though? What is that, Clayton? Maybe you could do it with Jordan, who also is a very talented cyclist. Mountain bikes, I believe, Jordan. I want to travel all across Europe in a camper van. Bikes included, obviously. There you go. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, sir. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Darren says the same as Danny. I would like to write a book as well. Well, Darren, I think you said you wanted to contribute to the Get Out of Rap book. I know, I can't believe it. It was a week ago that I announced that. I have got some information on that shortly. But yeah, we would be. The good thing about this community is you've got people that would be right behind you for that. So good luck, my friend. Top of my bucket list is heading to Vancouver and British Columbia. Yeah, great. They look like great places to go, don't they? My best mate from uni lives in Canada. I'm always very jealous of his pictures. Can't remember where he lives, but his son is well into his ice hockey now. Little dot on the ice, all padded up. Yeah, it looks great. So that's great, Scott. Great Scott. Oh, sorry, mate. You've probably had that a million times. Who else has got something before I move on? As I said, if your comments aren't showing and I'm not reading them up and you're writing and thinking I'm ignoring you, I promise you I'm not. It's just not coming up in the feed. Now, I have put a ticket in with LinkedIn. Let's hope they respond and do something. Peter, head to the North Pole, stay in an igloo, see the Northern Lights, have a swim. All without the kids. I think every parent that's here can relate to that, Peter. You and me the same. I love the cold. That kind of thing would be great. Rob, I need to make a bucket list. Rob just smashes stuff. He is a legend. Marianne's the same. I don't have a bucket list. I like to do things on the spur of the moment. One of my little idiosyncrasies, then I don't worry about doing it. Nice mindset. Live in the moment, right? Live in the presence. Okay, here we go. The Tour Divide is a ride from Banff, in Canada, through the backbone of the US down to the Mexican border. Roughly 2,700 miles. Would take 3 weeks. Oh, that sounds awesome. We could be your support crew, Clayton, at least virtually. Great Scott, beat me up, Scotty. Scoot. I've done that wrong. Austin Powers style. Used to all of them. All good. Yeah, as you can imagine, with a surname like Teasdale, Scott, I've had every variation possible of Teas Made, Coffee Dale, Teas Up, Teabag. We won't go there. Um, okay, so thank you all for sharing. Um, just a couple of Danny and Darren have both mentioned writing a book, and last week on the show, I said I was looking for people to work with me as a team on creating a Get Out of Rap book, and that is because of all of you. Every time we come up, every time we chat about something, you guys are so clever that I just wanted to get all of you to anyone that wanted to contribute to a book that would add value to our industry. Loads of you commented on here, and by all means, please do. What I will be doing is contacting you all through LinkedIn. But if you can, just so I've got it in one place, can you email me? And that just needs, you can just say book in the subject, and that's enough. I just need your email addresses to do the next stage. And what we're going to do is I will email the whole group, then we'll come together, have a quick chat. I've got a plan now, thanks to a couple of people giving me some very helpful advice, and we will get cracking this week. So if you are interested in contributing, and just looking at the list of people that have already commented, I think most of you said you were. I'd love to. The more the merrier. Anyone that wants to contribute is in. We will be putting a book together. It's absolutely not to make money. I've used Amazon for self-publishing for my notebooks and my kids' book, and I know for a fact that the fact that they take out the donkey work means you get next to nothing. But I did think that what we could do is, from the, if there are any profits, that we would give them to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, predominantly because of Rula Samara Sellers. Those of you that know Rula know that she is a wonderful, wonderful human being, has raised tens of thousands of pounds for her local community. Came on the podcast very early on, told us a story about one of her children actually being born in the contact center. You don't think we'll ever beat that. And her daughter that she gave birth to recently has cystic fibrosis, and they were denied a drug that would prolong her life because the governing body that determined whether drugs were made available said it wasn't cost effective. And she's been running a great campaign, has been on BBC News. She's a force of nature, and she's really trying to get people to back the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. So, like I say, if we do get any profits, they will all go to that, and that would be part of the thing that I'll talk to you about. If you do want to contribute, I'd love to have you contribute. If you haven't already, you can drop it in the comments here, because I'm going to be going through last week's and this week's to make sure I've got everyone. I'll message you on LinkedIn. If you want to cut all of that out, just email me, martin@getoutofrap.com. Rob says, I sometimes feel like I was born in a contact center. I know what you mean, but we love it though, Rob, don't we? We absolutely love it. Now, just very, very quickly. Away. So, the other side of this desk is 4 hoodies. Let's put it down to my poor administration that I have 4 extra hoodies. 2 are large, 2 are XL, 2 are black, 1 is blue, 1 is grey. If you have added a comment already, you are in the draw. Unless you want to exclude yourself, you're already in the draw. If you are watching this and you haven't commented yet, but you do want a hoodie, just add a comment and you will be entered into a draw that I will do separately, like I did last time. And I believe Steve Messenberg won that. So if you do want a hoodie, I've got 4 to give away. I'm just going to do all 4 at once because they're on top of Hugo's crate actually, and I think they're bothering him. So I will get them out and post them. So all you have to do is add a comment. Even those that have been commenting and I haven't seen them, when I go back onto LinkedIn, I will see them. So Scott is being very generous, happy to be excluded, having already got one of these fine garments. And Scott is one of my models. So thank you very much, Scott. Fine figure of a man. So let's go on to the question of the day. When I was working with Peter, we would often have chats about this analytics and insight. I don't know about you, I can remember when insight suddenly started becoming a bit of a buzzword and people were like, what does it mean? What I would love to get from you and for us to all share and discuss now is, when you think of analytics and insight, what does good look like? Jake, yes, you are in the draw then. Good to see you. Jake, I'd love one, although I'll probably need an XL after Christmas. Well, you've got 2 of them are XL, and the larges are quite forgiving, let's say. It's a comfy fit. So you are in the draw. Anyone else that is thinking, oh, I don't know, I want one, just add a comment. Doesn't have to be super insightful. Rob says, likewise, happy to be excluded. I'm fortunate enough to already have one of these fine items already. Okay, here we go. Neris is kicking us off. When you think of analytics and insight, what does good look like? So Neris is saying has to be actionable, trackable, and measurable. And I guess to elaborate on this, because that's a great one to start us with, Neris, is where are people getting it from in your experience? Is it from their CRM? Is it from their telephony platform? Is it from their quality platform? All of the above, and people are bringing it all together. We are awash with data, it seems, big data. Sorry, Pete says we've only got 30 minutes on this. And no red wine either, Pete, on this one, I'm afraid. Well, maybe you are. I doubt it. Darren says accurate, timely, and easily accessible data. Very true. Luke, meaningful insight that drives improvements in efficiency, costs, and CX. Yeah, you're right. You're making that link there to what is it actually doing. It's driving something. It's the fuel that drives improvements in efficiency and costs and CX. Love that, Luke. Mark says, for me, actionable measures from the information collated, a clear view for stakeholders. Oh, that's lovely. A lovely phrase, a clear view, which is sometimes difficult to get, Mark, isn't it? And that's what I mean. You've heard that kind of paralysis through analysis, right? And I'm sure we've either done it ourselves or we've worked with people who have spent so long analyzing, they haven't actually done anything. And that's because of how difficult it can be sometimes to get that information, right? Rob says needs to be agent centric. Lovely call out there, Rob. Neris, in answer to my question about where are we getting it, all over the shop. Best practice is to bring it all together. Crime is to simply look at it and not think. Oh, that's interesting. Need to look at it to determine what change are we looking to secure and how do we do it. And I guess, Neris, does that also mean that conversely, it might also say, oh, we're on the right path here. We don't need to change too much. Things are looking good. Or does it sometimes drive us to make changes where we don't necessarily need to? I don't know. You're more experienced in this than me. For me, they need to be accurate, but they also need to be contextualized. What do I do with this insight? That's so true, Danny. I feel like Rob is going to get us in with Bananarama again. Accuracy and reliability. Yes, I love that. Reliability is being called out. Please do just let me know who you are, because I would love to shout you out. As we get more experienced, and you're right, Danny, straight away, we are more experienced with this now than we've ever been, I think. I found it helpful to understand how the individual agent KPIs translate up into things like EPS and EBITDA. Helps me understand how I contribute. Brilliant. Peter, aligned to strategy. Yeah, love it. Purposeful and actionable. One version of the truth for all interaction channels to help decision making. So true. And I think that kind of link to strategy, and also that everyone's comfortable with the data. I don't know about you. I've been in a lot of bun fights where people were picking at the veracity of the data rather than saying, well, let's do something with this. It tends to be, is it right? Jake says, insights for me need to tell a story. Yes, storytelling, starting an end point, and what do we want to get from it as a business? Improved performance, efficiency, cost reduction, take things back to basics and not overcomplicating things. Yeah. The concept of KISS, I kind of have always worked with that. Keep it simple, stupid. Clayton, agree, has to be easy to access in real time for leaders to use properly. Exactly. It shouldn't be like a Indiana Jones type mission to get the data that exhausts people. Oh, Kirsty's here. Hi, Kirsty. Great to chat to you last week. You need to make sure your sources of truth are still truthful. It's Kirsty, but even Danny couldn't help me make it work. Ah, well, it works now. It works. I can see you. Agree with the above. There are 3 parts here, says Scott. Analytics, insight, and action. The good only comes in when the business actually does something about the findings. So true. Oh, no need to apologize. It's just nice. Tracy, good to see you. Tracy from EvComs. Need to change my settings. Needs to drive actions and decisions. Analytics, says Chris, allows us to diagnose problems. The skill with insight is making sure the right information is then given to the right people. That's so true. Everyone doesn't need to know everything. What a great sentence. What a great sentence. There's a reason Chris has legend in his LinkedIn profile. People need to know what is relevant to them and where they can focus to improve. Alignment, great word. I'm assuming that's you, Tracy. Yeah, that is. Resist, resist, resist. He's not saying Bananarama syndrome this week. He's saving it for the book. Resist. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Ian's here. Brilliant. Hi, Ian. Needs to be comparable over time. No point. Keep changing the metrics if you have no baseline to see the results of changes. Yeah, that is so true. Again, I've worked in places where we've constantly changed and I think Danny mentioned it before, the context of where we are. If that's constantly changing. Marianne says, firstly, understand what you wish to get out of the data. That gives you the foundation to build the analytical environment to give you accurate and measurable data. Then should give you the actionable output you need. Brilliant. Oh, this is a great word, Peter. Triangulation, an analysis of different internal and external data sources to try and build the most complete story, highlighting impact on the business, customer, and employee. 3-pronged attack, triangulation. I love it, Peter. Jean-Michel says, uncovering key call drivers to reduce high call volumes, improving customer sentiments as well, and more. Lovely. Lovely. Neris says, just need to make sure insight stays insightful and you know why you are looking at it. It might stay the same and you are simply tracking, but everyone needs to know the impact of the insight. Close the loop. Yeah, I love it. Me and Peter as well used to talk about the kind of, you could get presented with a lot of, in inverted commas, insight, and you'd be like, so what? What am I doing with that? I'm not sure, Danny says, that there is ever one version of the truth. There's always interpretation, agenda, politics on our own experiences that determine what we think truth is, our biases, I guess. Instead, focus on how can I use this? And this is why I wanted you all to contribute to a book that we could share, because this one, for example, would be insight and data. What does it need to be? What does it need to look like for people that are wanting to start that journey? And I know there's a lot of organizations now that have really dedicated teams with probably more specific titles than I can remember earlier on in my career, kind of data scientists, data journalists, even, where you've got to, was it Jake? This comment about telling a story. Data journalist is a job role where people are taking raw data, big data, and turning it into stories, turning it into insight that's actionable with what you can do with it. What other are there any other roles that you guys have seen out there as well, that kind of thing? But we certainly have never had it so good in terms of access to um, data, access to analytics, access to insight. Oh yes, Spencer's here. Hi, Spencer. Ensuring data privacy, security, and compliance with regulations is integral to a successful analytics platform. Good call out, Spencer. Very, very good call out. We have access to all kinds of sensitive data now, and how we use that. You don't want to be using it willy nilly, do you? So, a really, really good call out. Thank you all so much. You can please do keep these comments coming about our analytics and our insight. What does it mean to you? I should have had this banner running. Mm. No one's perfect. Let me just pick up one more. Two more, sorry. Rob says the biggest wins over the next few years will come from the best use of data, and AI is fast tracking everything. Well, just on a personal level, you can throw data straight into AI tools now, can't you? And it will kick out whatever you want. So, however you want it kind of shown. So Rob is spot on here in terms of staying ahead of the competition and delivering for your customers, employees, and the business. Getting the best use of your data is absolutely key. Do you want to be right, or do you want to win? We can be so focused on proving our point that the data is truthful that we lose sight on what we are, or what we want, I guess. Do you want to be right, or do you want to win? So true. Okay, a couple of things just to highlight for you all before we go to the read along. Very lucky again that in the team leader community, which you are all more than welcome to join. It's not just team leaders. About a third. There's a lot of people here. Sorry, Danny, I hit enter before I'd finished writing. Maybe that's another thing we could do. Blankety blank. Could have a game of blankety blank on here. Oh, on that, watch this space. I have a few plans and ideas for some more interesting stuff, and I'm going to be coming out to you guys here for hopefully being contestants. Let's leave it at that. Yes, very lucky that this Friday in the team leader community, we have the lovely Harriet, who provided this picture, gave me permission because her daughter doesn't look like this anymore. She's much older. She is a mental health nurse, a clinical services team manager of the psychiatric care team at AXA Health. She is going to be delivering a masterclass, Mental Health in the Workplace. It's this type of stuff that we are providing in the team leader community. If you would like to join, you just need to message me. If you would like to come and deliver a masterclass to help our young leaders in our industry on a topic that you like to share and you think will be helpful, all you need to do is let me know. But thank you, Harriet, for doing that. We're all looking forward to that one in the community. Next, I have been a bit lax. It's January 412, and there still hasn't been a podcast episode. Well, don't worry. Episode number 179 of Get Out of Rap is in the bag. We recorded it yesterday. It's coming out on Friday. And of course, I'm bound to say this, but I absolutely loved chatting to Jo Bonser. She is an awesome, awesome human being. Um, I could show you my iPad where I was writing tips that she shared. There's pages of them. So it's a great chat. It's the first one of the year. It's out on Friday on all podcast platforms and will also be on my YouTube channel, which is Get Out of Rap TV, I think. Just search for it, you'll find it. But that's out on Friday, and I can't wait for that. Um, yeah, good point, Rob. Thank you very much. The team leader community is global. You can join from anywhere in the world. And we had some people joined from Trinidad last week. We have people in there from Serbia, Australia, all over the place. So yes, it is global. But it's written in English at the moment, but everyone is welcome. Thank you, Rob, for that reminder. Right. So remember, add your comment if you want to be entered into the draw for 4 hoodies. I'm just going to give them all away. So we're going to spin the wheel 4 times. So more chances to win. Unless you've excluded yourself just by commenting, you are in with a chance to win. But now it is probably everybody's favorite part of the show. That's right. It's a read along. We are doing the Contact Babel, great organization. We're doing their CX Decision Makers Guide read along, and we are on page 105 for everyone following avidly. And this, I'll read you the blurb. As customer experience benchmarks change from company to company, there is no generally accepted customer satisfaction rating or quality score that allows direct comparison between organizations. Only NPS easily allows head to head comparison across companies. Although there were not enough responses from each vertical market to be able to give a full picture. But what you have here is Net Promoter Score by selected vertical market. So, financial services, outsourcing, public sector, retail and distribution, services, and technology, media, and telecoms. And there we have the average. Is there anything there that you that sticks out? Yes, please, for a hoodie chance, you're in, Ian. You are in. Anyone commenting is in the draw for 4 hoodies. So this is where we ended up last week. We didn't do this one. We did the one before. Net Promoter Score by selected vertical market. As they note down, there weren't enough responses from each vertical market to be able to give a full picture. But when you look at that, anything stand out? NPS has been gamed into being useless. Yes, Pete. Pete is kicking us off with a grenade, a truth grenade, to get us going. Neris right behind him. Boom. NPS does not, in capitals, allow for like comparison. There are too many variables in the approach and execution of NPS to truly make it comparable. Yes. Now, I tend to agree. I think both of you are spot on. I think I see Tracy agrees with Pete. That can be a t-shirt, Peter. This is one of those data convos. So what? What does it mean to have X score? That's not the value of NPS. The value is in the customer feedback of why they'd recommend. Yes, Danny. Yes. Now, will you guys have the same response about the next one? Okay, this is in, well, is it? Yeah. Respondents to this survey generally reported a mix of net promoter scores with a survey wide average of 57. Last year's figure was 49. So, okay, I'll get one for Steph. She's never wearing that. It's like attrition. You think you know how it's measured, then you realize it's not. The poor inceptor of NPS has come out of retirement to try and get his baby back on track. Oh, Neris, that's brilliant. I love this show. Not enough time to discuss the merits of MPS. My personal view is that it's a fallacy. Yeah, Emperor's New Clothes, Chris. Fred Reichheld, inventor of NPS, has had to write a new book, 2023. So this is on the back. This what you and Neris are on this one to explain what NPS is and what it isn't, because people still use it as a score only, or as a lagging indicator when it absolutely isn't lagging. So had to come up and say, listen, everybody, just wait a sec. NPS, such a missed opportunity. Yes, definitely gets people to talk, doesn't it? Either the why or how does it change over time? Yes, Ian. Okay, now here we go. Let's have a look at this. Peter, I think you'll like this. Looking at quality scores, the fact that there is no single industry-wide quality measurement score made head-to-head comparisons impossible. Instead, each set of responses was judged on whether it was above target, at target, or below target. While 21% of respondents are currently missing their quality target, none of these are more than 5% below where they want to be. 58% of respondents report beating their target quality score. Now, we had years of talking to people about their quality score, didn't we, Peter? Just saying, Marianne doesn't have much truck with NPS, haven't for a while. There's a theme here. So 57 from 49 says on average getting better, but nothing about the why, and doesn't tally with lots of other reports that we've gone through here as well. External scores on things like effort or overall satisfaction give a better view. As Danny says, it's all about the so what. How are you responding to the feedback you're getting? And that's Pete's point on NPS. But what do you think about this, everybody? So quality score, and I can share from my time at BPA Quality going into a lot of places and who are very proud of their score, their internal measure, when in fact when we came to look at quality, it meant nothing. The score could have been 1 billion when the target was 100, but actually the quality of the interactions wasn't great. It was, everything was being masked by the score. A more realistic score would have been 10, and that might have driven some action to say, well, we need to get better. But the score had become so important and protected that everything was done just to make sure people were over it. So are we getting the same sense from this graph? Chris, I'm not even commenting on this quality graph. You just did. QA teams patting themselves on the back everywhere. I think, yeah, the veracity of how are things going? Yeah, great. This is your captain speaking. Just wanted to let you know we have beaten our monthly quality scores again. And today we have a 93% chance of landing safely. Please fasten your seatbelts. I love that, Danny. I love it. More nonsense. That's another t-shirt. A QA target of 80% or 2% or whatever doesn't matter. And this is coming from a guy that knows. Pete's seeded in the QA championships. Yeah, he's a top seed. I'm a qualifier. He's beaten me 3 sets to love. I won't even get a game. A QA program that focuses on improvement, whether it's coaching, feedback, or risk or sales opportunity conversion, is a useful program. Scores immaterial. Bananarama syndrome. Damn it. See, this is a trigger. This show is a trigger for you, Rob. There's no way you're getting away from that. And you might want to explain for people that are joining us for the first time why you are so obsessed with Bananarama and the syndrome that they have. So we've kicked off with two graphs that are annoying us all, right? So there's an opportunity to do things better. We've got time for one more. Customer, it's the same thing. Here we go. What did it say? In the same way as with quality scores, customer satisfaction scores are not necessarily directly comparable between organizations. However, where possible, the data was normalized as a percentage, although this should be treated with caution. Only 12% of respondents were more than 10% below their target, with 66% above it, and an improvement on previous years. Now, I just want to be clear, I'm absolutely not criticizing Contact Babel here. They are accurately displaying how their respondents have replied, right? And these are decision makers within our industry, and it's providing us with a lot of food for thought. I love it. What I think it highlights is just how far we've still got to go. What nonsense is this graph? Jean-Michel, I love it. NPS and QA could be great if used correctly. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. That's what gets results. See all of the above comments. Answer is D, all of the above. And I think this, again, though, don't you think this highlights for us, we have got huge results of surveys being done by the Institute of Customer Service and Which and other places like that show customer satisfaction. And we've talked about it here where we've seen the customers being asked the things that annoy them. You know, the number one thing, let's answer the call quickly, right? I've had to sit on the phone to my internet provider and a car insurance provider, both times over 30 minutes. Now, when I got through, the people were brilliant that I spoke to, absolutely brilliant. And it was a pleasure actually to chat to them. But that wait was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And we know, don't we, that if we can get to the calls quicker, customer satisfaction scores will improve. So when you've got here 66% saying, yeah, we're above our customer satisfaction score, well done us. Okay, where are you? Delia Smith. Scott says, these graphs are a perfect example on why insight is needed. Oh, Scott, that's good. That's good. Taking it back to where we started. A two-dimensional view that offers absolutely no value. A fortnight ago, we talked about how almost all service from all industries has become beige. Everywhere feels a bit naff, but not according to this graph. We're saved. Pint anyone? Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, why not? Yeah. I think I used this quote last week. When a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. You know, you think about the people that went, yeah, we're doing really well. It is according to what quality standard that is put in place and what makes up the quality scoring. I'm shocked at some companies and how they do their quality and how they decided on what can be or cannot be achieved. I saw a company a few years ago that always made sure their people all hit their bonus. It was awful. What was scary is that they were an insurance company and rules state there has to be a quality opener to any bonuses. However, they made sure their people achieved their quality score. Yeah, just increase their pay if you're going to do that. It saves a lot of time. Good point, Marianne. Thank you for sharing that. I'll give us a yay. We have great NPS scores, and how many customers have we lost? Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Let's go and get that pint. So we, you know, let's see how we can elicit some actual proper changes here. And the book would be a good place to start. If you haven't already said you are interested in contributing and being part of the team, getting your name up there as one of the co-authors, please do just, as I said, email me. Let me just share that again. So you've got it, martin@getoutofwrap.com. Email me to say you want to be part of the team. If you've already commented to say you have, you can still email me. That would be helpful. I won't do anything with your email other than invite you to a meeting and let you know what's going on and when we can get started. But this is our chance to redress some of this stuff that has got you all talking. It's been very, very funny today. I've really enjoyed it. As always, MPS is spoilt by people gaming it. QA is spoilt by people also gaming it. People are fallible. They present a risk. That is Rob there advocating for AI taking over the planet, Terminator style. Thank you all very much for joining and contributing. You guys make the show. You make my day. I hope this has been an interesting interlude in the month with 1,000 days. I will all see you next Tuesday. Pete says, bring on the robot overlords. Yeah, the morning I've had prior to this show, I'd quite happily let them squash me. Take me now. Goodbye, Neris. Lots of love to you too, as well. Lots of love to you all. I hope you've enjoyed it. And oh, I don't even know how I did that. That was clever. And again, wow. Great discussion when I can see the comments. Yeah, come on, LinkedIn. My ticket's been in there a week. Anyway, thank you all very much. I don't want to end with a little downer. Cheers, Danny. Lovely to be back on. Missed all of you. Missed you too, Marianne. Have a lovely rest of the week, everybody. And see you all again next Tuesday. Yes, I am childish.